steal?
I don't steal anything.
You don't? You sold men.
Who's the man that I stole?
Tony's. You slept with them.
Oh, stop.
A few times.
Who? What man?
You not get to leave.
Oh, dirty, low-down ass bitch.
Oh, you're such a liar. Such a liar.
Say, Toni Braxton?
Toni Braxton, I got you on the phone.
Braxton. No, Toni Braxton ain't never had your back.
I got Toni Braxton.
I want it on record. I want it on national television. You want to say I don't have your back?
You didn't have my back when it came to your lawyer friend.
Did Tamar Braxton really sleep with her sister Toni Braxton's husband? It sounds too wild to be true. A sister crossing that line? But the internet's been whispering about this for years. Hidden rumors, family betrayals, secrets that were never meant to see daylight. When Towanda Braxton dropped the bomb during a heated argument, accusing Tamar of getting too close to Toni's man, the internet didn't just watch, it exploded. Clips started circulating everywhere, fans were stunned, and the Braxton family name, once built on harmony and success, suddenly turned into one of the messiest reality TV scandals in years. Because if this is true, if Tamar really did that, then it's not just drama. It's betrayal on a level that could destroy an entire family. But here's the thing. This mess didn't start with that one accusation. It started long before. Years of jealousy, competition, and quiet resentment that built up behind the cameras. But this mess started far before that alleged act. Before all the drama, before the rumors, before the internet turned their name into a headline, there was the Braxtons, a family of 5 sisters, all gifted with powerful voices and stage presence. But from the very beginning, Toni Braxton stood out. She was the breakout star, the golden voice that took the world by storm in the 1990s. From Unbreak My Heart to He Wasn't Man Enough, Toni wasn't just successful, she was iconic. Her fame wasn't limited to music. She was elegance, power, and class wrapped into one. Publications like Baller Alert and Collider have often credited her as the Braxton who opened the door for the rest, setting the tone for the family's career in entertainment. But then came Tamar Braxton, the youngest and arguably the boldest of the sisters. While Toni's success was built on smooth vocals and quiet confidence, Tamar was the opposite. Loud, expressive, and unfiltered. Her voice wasn't just powerful, it was personality. She quickly became a fan favorite on Braxton Family Values, known for her sharp wit, emotional honesty, and no-filter attitude. But beneath that sisterly love, there was always something simmering. A quiet tension between the star and the showstopper. Toni, the elegant icon who kept her image polished. Tamar, the firecracker who craved the same spotlight, and sometimes even more of it. It wasn't hatred. It wasn't jealousy in the simple sense. It was something deeper, competition born from love, and love complicated by fame. The Braxtons built a brand on sisterhood, but fame has a strange way of testing blood ties. And when the camera started rolling, the cracks began to show. When Braxton Family Values first hit TV, fans expected laughter, music, and a behind-the-scenes look at a tight-knit family of talented sisters. And for a while, that's exactly what they got. The Braxtons gave viewers glam, humor, and real sister energy. But as the seasons rolled on, the show began to reveal something raw, the tension that had always lived beneath the surface. Suddenly, the picture-perfect family started to look fractured. Arguments that once stayed private were now filmed in HD. Old wounds reopened. Words meant in frustration became viral soundbites. Fans watched Tamar clash with nearly everyone. Sometimes Toni, sometimes Towanda, sometimes all of them at once. And while the drama made great TV, it came with a price. Toni, known for her calm and grace, found herself visibly tired of the chaos. More than once, she hinted online that she needed space from her own sisters. On one occasion, she even blocked Tamar on social media, a move that fans immediately noticed and dissected. It wasn't just a digital block. It symbolized a wall between two women who once shared everything, from music to dreams. And meanwhile, Tamar, never one to stay silent, took to Twitter and Instagram to fire back. Her posts were emotional, sometimes cryptic, sometimes explosive. Fans could feel the hurt behind her words, but also the pride. The Braxton sisters weren't just fighting, they were unraveling piece by piece for the whole world to see. And as the tension grew, so did the questions. Was it all for ratings, or was the show simply showing us what had been broken all along? Still, nothing prepared the world for what would drop next. It all started with one argument, a heated exchange between sisters that spiraled out of control. Cameras were rolling, tempers were high, and Towanda Braxton decided she had had enough. What began as another shouting match suddenly turned into one of the most shocking moments in Braxton family history. Towanda leaned in, eyes locked on Tamar, and dropped a bomb so heavy it froze the entire room. "You steal. You stole men," she snapped. "Toni's man." The silence that followed was unreal. Even Tamar, who always had a comeback, was stunned. She laughed, she denied it, she shouted, but her reaction said it all. She didn't see it coming. The clip went viral almost instantly. Fans replayed it, slowed it down, analyzed every expression. Did Towanda slip up? Was she bluffing? Or had she just exposed one of the darkest secrets in the Braxton household? Tamar's denial only made people more curious. The louder she fought back, the more people started to wonder if there was something she wasn't saying. And Toni, the one person whose name shouldn't have been dragged into this, was caught in the middle. Imagine finding out through a TV clip that your own sister might have slept with your man. Whether it was true or not didn't even matter anymore. The damage was already done. For fans, the Braxton family stopped being the sister goals they once were. The scandal became entertainment, but for the family, it was devastating. Years of reputation, trust, and image all cracked open in seconds. What made it worse? Towanda didn't just make the accusation, she stood by it. She said she'd kept it to herself for years, holding it like a loaded weapon, waiting for the moment Tamar pushed too far. And when she finally fired that shot, it didn't just hit Tamar, it hit everyone carrying the Braxton name. The internet ran with it, tabloids twisted it, and suddenly the Braxton family brand, once about sisterhood and empowerment, was now soaked in betrayal and gossip. But if that weren't enough, there's more layers. As the world debated whether Tamar had really crossed the line with Toni's man, more chaos started bubbling up, because that accusation was only one piece of a much uglier puzzle. Behind the scenes, the Braxton family had been fighting battles that most fans never knew about. Tamar claimed that Towanda had been using her credit cards for years without permission. She said money was missing, charges were piling up, and no one wanted to admit who was behind it. According to Tamar, Towanda didn't just borrow, it was straight up stealing. But Towanda had her own story. She said Tamar was lying to cover her own mess. And when bankruptcy filings surfaced showing Towanda did owe hundreds of thousands in debt and had even borrowed $35,000 from Tamar to buy her home, suddenly Tamar's claims didn't sound so far-fetched. It was financial drama mixed with emotional warfare, each sister pointing fingers, each one claiming betrayal. And where was Toni in all this? The one who had once been the calm, graceful leader of the family, the sister who'd built the Braxton name into something respected. She stayed silent, at least publicly. Toni didn't confirm or deny anything. She didn't defend Tamar, nor did she condemn her. And that silence spoke volumes. Some fans believe Toni already knew the truth and chose to protect her image instead of confronting it. Others thought she was just exhausted, done trying to fix what fame had broken. Meanwhile, the rumors kept growing. Alleged affairs, shady business deals, even whispers about lawsuits involving Toni's former manager, and secret agreements made behind closed doors. Each new headline made the Braxton story sound less like a family saga and more like a cautionary tale about fame, pride, and money. The sisters had turned on each other in public, but what people didn't realize was that this wasn't new. It had been brewing for years. The show just gave the world a front row seat. They weren't fighting for attention anymore. They were fighting for survival, financial, emotional, and reputational. And through it all, one question lingered in every fan's mind. If the Braxtons can't trust each other, who can they trust at all? So why does this matter beyond the gossip? At first glance, the Braxton drama looks like another messy celebrity story, a family airing their business for the cameras. But when you look closer, However, it's much more than that. This isn't just about Tamar versus Toni, or Towanda's accusations, or who slept with who. It's about what happens when family becomes content. The Braxtons built a brand on love, music, and sisterhood, but in the age of reality TV, those same bonds became entertainment. Every tear, every argument, every betrayal was edited into a storyline, and after years of performing their pain for an audience, it got harder to tell what was real and what was just part of the show. Fame has a cost, and the Braxtons paid it in full. We watched their joy, but also their heartbreak. We saw careers rise and collapse. We saw sisters defend each other and then tear each other apart for the world to see. And now, viewers are left wondering, was Tamar truly the villain, the loud, emotional one who couldn't hold her tongue? Or was she the victim of a family system that never allowed her to shine without a fight? And what about Toni, the star, the calm one, the leader? Did she protect her family, or did she suppress them to keep her crown? No one knows the full truth. Maybe no one ever will. But what's clear is that the Braxton family, once a symbol of unity and talent, became a warning about what fame can do when it crawls into your home and refuses to leave. Because the cameras might stop rolling, but the damage stays long after. So now the question isn't just what happened, it's what comes next. Does the Braxton brand survive this? Or did they tear their own house down? Let me know what you think. Was Tamar out of line or just misunderstood? Was Towanda exposing the truth or deflecting her own guilt? And most of all, can this family ever come back from this level of betrayal? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you want more deep dives into the drama behind Hollywood's most complicated families, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the bell, because this story is far from over.